the other side, Raheem Morris, for 3 years, the head coach of the Buccaneers. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson. We're ready to start year 2 together in the booth. Off we go from Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Falcons come out and they are led by Michael Penix, the second-year quarterback out of Washington. Greg taking over late last year and winning the job as the Atlanta starting quarterback.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves, thinking, all right, new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And you get through that first game, and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. There's going to be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, they're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today.
A first down throw for Cousins.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. So the Buccaneers come out, and Baker Mayfield leads them out. He has found a spot to be very comfortable. The former #1 overall pick out of Oklahoma, who turned 30 in the offseason and has done a nice job with the Buccaneers the last few years.
Mike, isn't there just something different about week 1 of the NFL season? I mean, after months of anticipation, debate, speculation, it all gets settled on the field. New coaches, new teams, rookies playing their first time. Man, it's just an exciting time of year, and I'm pumped to be calling it alongside you.
He was trying to fit that one in to Mike Evans. And it'll be third down. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And he's going to be knocked down before he can even think about returning that one. Whoa! The Falcons offense going to take over now for the second time. They'll start with a short field, looking for the first points of this contest. And they'll begin 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Cousins. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a first down.
A fumble on the play. Out of bounds, the offense retains possession.
A give, and here comes Robinson. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 19-yard line.
From the shotgun. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Elijah Cansey. He's got his first sack of the season here early in week 1. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Open man, he's got it. It's London. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down. Zane Gonzalez on to try the field goal. This from 30 yards out. The Gonzalez kick is good. And the Falcons will take a 3-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Greg, as the Bucs come out, maybe this team is the most underappreciated in the NFL. 4 straight division titles, consistency. This is a Tampa team that, in the post-Brady era, has done really well in terms of sustaining their success.
There's no question, and you have to give a lot of credit to the job that Todd Bowles has done. He's taken advantage of a down division, the NFC South, a lot of teams finding their quarterbacks, kind of rebuilding from some better times in years past, and then the job they have done, not only replacing offensive coordinators the last couple of years, but also the job they've done with Baker Mayfield. He was a guy like that was left for dead. The career looked all but over. He goes from riding the bench in Carolina to a quick little spurt that probably saved his career out with Sean McVay and the Rams. And the next thing you know, he's the guy filling in behind Brady. And all he has done is win the division every year since.
They'll go. Mayfield. That's caught. It's Evans. And he is going to have a Bucs first down. As that'll be a gain of 15 on 4th down.
First and 10 at the 48.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
It's 2nd down.
Here's Mayfield. Short throw there, pulled in by Evans. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Now Mayfield. He'll find the rookie out of Ohio State, Emeka Egbuka. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. It's the Falcons with the early lead. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. They'll try to run, and he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
It's a turnover on down.
Now, this looks like a design run.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Over the middle. Catch made by Mooney. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
First down.
On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he'll take this to about the 38-yard line. That's Yaya Diaby with the tackle. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8. At the Buccaneers.
They'll go again with Robinson. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. 3rd and 5.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. A gain of 16 yards. It's good for a Falcons first down.
And the Falcons first down.
They'll run it here with Robinson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the Bucs 18-yard line.
To throw is Cousins. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And 3rd down coming up.
So you find yourself down here in the red zone. This is where it's critical for the quarterback, Mike, to understand he's only got 2 options. Put the ball in a spot where your guy can catch it or in a spot where nobody can catch it. And unfortunately for them, this time ends up being the latter.
He's got it inside the 5. And he is out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
It's a gain of 16
Now
yards.
it is first and goal.
Falcons first down.
Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. Johnson now to return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Bucs offense getting set to get back to work. So, Greg, let's pull back big picture and talk NFC South for a second, a division that you know so well. We've got teams that have been to the Super Bowl in the last 15 or so years out of this division, yet people overlook it at times. And maybe they've overlooked how good Tampa's been the last 4 years, too.
Well, it's funny, Mike, you think it wasn't very long ago that the NFC South was the toughest division in football. When you mentioned Super Bowl teams, Tampa Bay won one recently with Brady, and then Atlanta, they make a Super Bowl with Matt Ryan, and New Orleans, and obviously the success they had with Drew Brees. And Carolina, we played in a Super Bowl. I mean, this was a division you didn't want to play. Now, they've all fallen on their resets, new coaches, new quarterbacks. Tampa Bay has done the best job weathering and taking advantage of their rebuild and their next era in the midst of a down division. So, big reason they've won 4 in a row. Can Atlanta, can Carolina, New Orleans, can they catch up? Because right now, like you said, Tampa Bay's been the dominant team in this division.
Greg, you lived it, you know it. While these may not be the biggest markets in the league, the rivalries amongst these teams really elevates what you see when you watch the NFC South go head-to-head, too.
Yeah, and over the years, there's been some major games played between Hall of Fame quarterbacks in uniform for all these teams. So it has a lot more history and a lot more, kind of relevance than maybe it feels as of late. The markets are a little smaller. The teams have been down. They might not have the premier star players that they had in past generations. So they've got to continue to rebuild these rosters, continue to have these...
And he's going to take it into the end zone. It's a touchdown. There is a penalty marker down, but it looks like this one's going to hold up.
Offside. Defense.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bucs are on the board. It's 10-7.
Buccaneers 7.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So, Greg, here come the Atlanta Falcons, 8-9 last year, in it right down to the wire. However, 7 straight losing seasons. What are the keys here for getting this turned around for the Falcons?
And obviously, all eyes are going to be on Michael Penix. It's going to be on the quarterback. It was a very strange situation last year. Not only the money they gave Kirk Cousins in free agency, but then only a couple weeks later, Mike, they shocked the NFL world in a lot of ways by drafting Michael Penix, which told you just how good they thought he was. He was magical coming out of college. So the question is, all right, Michael Penix, you're the guy. There's no question. There's no uncertainty. You are the starting quarterback all offseason leading up to week 1. Well, here is your moment. Make this team yours, put them on your back, and lead them, because there's a lot of really good pieces, especially on the offensive side of the ball. This should be a very competitive team in what's not a great division in the NFC South.
7 yards. And the Falcons first down.
On first down, Cousins. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
A loss of 5 brings up 2nd and 15 at the 45-yard line.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. 3rd and long.
Christian Isian on the coverage.
Cousins. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice sequence of plays here defensively, not only to force the 3rd and long, but then you really take away all of the quarterback's options downfield, left him with nothing really else to do but to just simply throw that one away.
This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Their own 14-yard line.
They go play action with Mayfield. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. And apparently we'll forget about that for the moment and turn our attention to quarter number 3. Let's go. Now return coming from the 7. Now an opening past the 30.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10.
The Buccaneers offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement, what caught your eye?
I think there's so many good ones, right? You talk about Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England, and Cooper Kupp now. He's moving on to Seattle from the Rams, but I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him, Devontae Adams. I know he's not the youngest anymore, but watching him play in New York with Aaron Rodgers last year with the Jets, he can still run, he can still make every catch, he can still go up and compete at the high point. I think you put Devontae Adams with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, in that offense run by Sean McVay. I think that's a sneaky, maybe not a sneaky because he's a really household name, but I think that's a great signing.
And always interesting from the offseason, the quarterback movement and unique ties. Some of the biggest names were or now are Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, now the guy that is going to line up behind center for Seattle, Mike, is Sam Darnold. And, of course, we all saw that incredible season he had last year in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson and that really dynamic Vikings offense. So now he goes to Seattle. I think he's going to have an inspired Cooper Kupp. He was let go from the Rams. If he's healthy, he's a big weapon. Jackson Smith and Jigba. He has some pieces in that puzzle that he can push the ball downfield to. So I'm excited to see Sam. That's what everyone thought he was going to be coming out of college when he was a high draft pick of the New York Jets.
He was covered by Caden Ellis.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. That is caught. He got Godwin. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. That's the 2nd time they found him on this drive, and this one's good for 24 yards. Baker going to give it to Irving, and he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's carry number 1 for Rashad White. And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
A short kick down to the 7.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal. Throwing is Mayfield. A look to the end zone, and it's broken up. Incomplete. There was no space, no separation that time. That's going to bring it to 3rd and goal. Throwing is Baker. This one caught at the 4.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch. So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive, but when you find yourself down 3 here in the 2nd half, You've just got to find a way to tie the game up, and they were able to do that here.
And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. The Falcons offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. Play action now. It's Cousins. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Tie game, second half. Mistakes here can really decide the outcome of the game, so it's a really smart play. Nothing's open. Just throw it out of bounds. Live to fight another play.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
And 10.
Throwing is Cousins. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You certainly don't want to be wasting downs at this stage of the game, but with nothing open, I can't really blame him. There was really nowhere to go with the ball. You don't want to start throwing into tight coverage, and he just has to simply throw that one away.
Whoa! And it's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field.
At the 46.
The Bucs offense ready to come back out for this next possession. You know, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going forward on fourth down, not settling for...
That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Peyton Ellis. And the Falcons will have great field position right around midfield. Unbalanced look to the left here on first down.
The Falcons take over.
They go play action with Cousins. To the right, that's Pitts. That long one's going to bring them first and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line.
It's a pickup of 46 yards. And the Falcons first down.
Here's Cousins. And hauled in at the 2. And he's in. Charlie Werner. Touchdown, Atlanta. Gonzalez tacks on the extra point. And the Falcons go up by 7. It is now 17-10. The kickoff team is out in the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Buccaneers offense ready to get back to work. Now, Greg, you start to think about, okay, who are the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year? Look, it happens every year. We just have to identify who they are. Who are a couple top of mind for you as we start 2025?
You know, as I start in the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals, and you got to think the way their season ended last year, they rattle off 5 wins straight, really on the back of Joe Burrow. We could have made the argument if they're a playoff team that Joe Burrow was the best player in the league. I mean, he was incredible. Most weeks, Mike, he single-handedly carried that offense. Now, new defensive coordinator in Al Golden coming from the college ranks. Can he just make that defense in Cincinnati average? Because if they just play a little bit better with that high-profile offense, I think they're a team. They might not win the division with Baltimore, but they're going to be close and maybe at least get one of those wild card spots.
Why don't you flip it over? Who are the guys you're watching in the NFC?
You know, I think Dallas is going to find themselves, just the fact that I know the division is difficult. Obviously, Philadelphia remains really strong. Does Washington kind of regress a little bit back now in year 2? They were the high-profile, big splash team of last year. Do they regress to the median? Time will tell. But I think healthy Dallas, healthy Dak, healthy Micah Parsons, like that roster that we saw play last year is not the roster on paper that we expected to see. So I think Dallas has a chance. I think San Francisco always is going to be a team, again, dealt with their own injuries last year with McCaffrey and all the stuff on defense. So I think San Francisco and Dallas are 2 perennial teams we expect to be in the playoff hunt. They missed out last year. I wouldn't be shocked to see them back in it again this year.
Still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. Out right, and catch made. That's Ibuka. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Baker Mayfield. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
The kick is good.
The game-tying touchdown here in the fourth quarter and a chance to take the lead with the point after.
Mike, the sideline's going crazy with that late score, but they still need this extra point to take the lead here and see if they can hang on to this fourth quarter lead.
This fielded at about the 9. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to take over once again. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive. It starts with first down. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Second and 10.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
Another run here for Robinson. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's third and 7.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Throw over the middle, caught by London. And he puts his head down and he picks up the first down.
Gain of 9 yards.
So that's a big first down conversion because, Mike, as you take a look at the game clock, if they play this right, not only do they put themselves in position to score here to win this at the end, but they also can leave very little time left for their opponent to try to go down and answer. Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Falcons, first down. First and 10.
Cousins to throw. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up second and 10.
Pitts is the man in motion. Here's Robinson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it. A massive play here. Late, tie game, third down. Now, deep ball for London. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is fourth down. The Falcons send their punting unit out. Important punt here in this tie game late. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Buccaneers offense about ready to take over once more. We're all even. Fourth quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with first and 10. And we'll mark them down just shy of the 40. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
And the first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's first and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. 13 more on that carry. He is churning out the yards. And another first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Exiting the pocket right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Now, second and 4. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Out to his right. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down. They'll run here. 16-yard pickup on that one. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's another Buccaneers first down.
They'll stick to the ground. And he's taken down. That will get them a bit closer. Every yard going to help the field goal kicker right now. Here comes second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
He'll run. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to third down. Now the Falcons will use their third final timeout. Clock is stopped. 55 seconds remaining here in the game. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Oh, the ball is out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands.
You can see the relief on his face. He gets up and he goes, you know, I got away with one there. I was a little loose with the ball, and fortunately for the ball carrier, he was close enough to the sideline that he gets a friendly bounce. You're not always going to be that lucky. You have to protect the ball at all costs, and it's a little easier to learn that lesson when you get back in the huddle, and fortunately for you, it's still your ball.
A first down throw for Cousins. That's going to be dropped underneath for Robinson. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Second down, Cousins.
6-yard line.
Now, deep ball for London. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
Less than a yard.
Here's Robinson. Robinson hit. He's lost the ball. And the Buccaneers come away with the turnover.
Just a critical error here, Mike, at this stage in the game. You understand this defense, they are desperate for a stop. They've got to get you off the field, and one of the easiest ways to do it, create a takeaway. You have to secure the ball. Of course, points are great, but none of it matters if you turn the ball over, and these are the kind of mistakes that decide ball games late.
And he's going to be very close to the first down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9.
And all you can do at this point, Mike, is just really marvel at how well he's been able to run the ball. And throughout the course of the game, they've certainly not been shy in giving it to him, and I think he's held up his side of the bargain.
On the run to the right. He's got it at the 7. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. McLaughlin now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Buccaneers will go up by 7.
Buccaneers 24, Falcons 17.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Now, Cousins. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play. Here's second down. Here we go. One final play. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So a win here for the visiting Bucs. They move to 1-0 as they earn this victory in the division, no less. here in Week 1.